Hello and welcome back to episode 5 of Puck Drop. It's weekend after Coventry. And what a weekend it was. It was my first time in Coventry, and I think Brody, you watched all the games from home, right?
Yes, I did. I did. It was quite a good weekend. Very entertaining. Some great games. So yeah, I think it was all in all a great weekend.
Yeah, so today we're gonna have a deep dive into Coventry weekend, and then we'll have a bit of talk about next season for the Romford Raiders. And Brody, do you wanna tell our audience about your new off-season segment?
My off-season segment is officially here, and it is called Rumor Round, where we take three different rumors every week from NIHL rumors. Thank you very much to them on Twitter that are providing us with these rumors, and we discuss them and talk about them, and yeah, and it's hopefully gonna stay as a segment for the rest of the off season.
Right, so the semi-final between Leeds and Swindon. Leeds went 4-0 up after 11 minutes, but I mean, it felt like a lot closer of a game than 7-3. Well, obviously not in the first period it didn't, but it was definitely a good game, like as a spectator. But going going 4-0 down after 11 minutes is similar to what we did last year, but it's just they've got a really strong. They get out there and they're 100% straight away. Like there's no time to prepare really with Leeds.
No, no, yeah, and if you give them the opportunity to come flying out the gate, they're going to take it. There's no chance that they're not going to take it. So yeah, so Swindon didn't play bad for the rest of the game. It's just the first period that I think really knocked their confidence down, which is it's tough because you could play the you could be the best team for the rest of the game, but if that one period you mess up, it's probably going to be game over for you because someone against definitely against someone like Leeds, you can't you can't you can't you can't exactly. You got to try and prepare properly for them, and obviously they had a bit of a mishap at the start. But yeah, I think overall Swindon still didn't play bad, and yeah, it's just the Leeds goals at the start really knocked them off.
Yeah, they're definitely a very very strong team to be fair, and they've definitely got some very good players. And I mean like when you can keep those good players season on season, you're gonna perform season on season.
Yeah, definitely.
So, semi-final two, Telford 4-5 against the Peterborough Phantoms, and it was an incredibly close game.
Yeah.
I
Um,
mean, the fact it went to overtime, and that overtime goal was quite controversial for both teams.
yeah. Uh, Obviously, so when things like that happen in the hockey world, it's just what happens on the ice. The ref might have not seen it properly. Might have been some other excuse for it. But then someone has posted afterwards a video of what really happened, and the puck didn't go over the line, which is obviously going to be gutting for Telford because they were that close to getting to the getting to the final, and they just got done out by a controversial goal. But apart from that, during regulation, it was a great game. Both teams scoring 4 goals. So to say that was out of the two semi-finals, I think that was definitely the most more entertaining one.
Yeah, it's such a good game to watch, and both teams played incredibly well. And um, I was rooting for Telford to go through because I'm not the biggest fan of the Phantoms, and it was quite gutting. Especially after you saw the various different perspectives of the goal that may or may not have went in.
Yeah,
Um,
yeah,
but at the end of the day, the official made the call that it went in, and like you
yeah,
said, their words final, and we can't change it.
Here's where me and you sort of go against each other because we always seem to end up supporting opposite teams,
Yeah.
except for the Raiders. Because I was Peterborough the whole weekend. Peterborough or Swindon, I wouldn't mind have won the trophy itself. But yeah, I was rooting for Peterborough during that one because I think they played good over the season. I think they definitely deserved something. Well, they got it. So yeah.
And the final, once again, we were supporting opposite teams. I wanted the Leeds Knights to win, and Brody was obviously backing the Peterborough Phantoms, like he said.
Yeah.
And I think that win for Peterborough took a lot of people by surprise, because I think everyone was just expecting Leeds to walk in and just walk all over all the other competition.
Yeah, and for it to go to a penalty shootout is almost a classic final. You know, it's just it's what everyone wants to happen. Go right down to the wire, and yeah, but there was obviously the penalties were the penalties. There was just like it was very good because as soon as one missed, it seemed as if the other team missed, and then one scored and the other scored. It was almost like they were
I
going
think I think
hand in hand.
everyone was on the edge of their seat for
Oh yeah,
the entire of the overtime period.
yeah. That's the thing about our league is that it's not even your team at that point. It's not even your team that you're rooting for, and you're still sat there nervous trying to figure out what the score's going to be, and yeah, but it was a great final, great penalty shootout, and for Peterborough to come out with a win, especially because both teams have a few youngsters on there as well. It was probably very good. It was very good for them because they've actually got somewhere which is actually quite a difficult environment to play in, and they still went out there and performed their best. So good to both teams, but obviously massive congratulations to the Peterborough Phantoms for winning it. And yeah,
And the Streatham and Billingham game was quite good to watch.
yeah, I didn't get to see that one, but it's I heard it was quite a good game. So yeah,
Okay, I'll talk briefly about it. Yeah, so it was a very good game. Streatham played really well, and there was a penalty shot from JJ Pitchley near the start of the game that I think it secured them quite a strong lead, and I think Billingham just wasn't able to come back from that.
fair enough, fair enough.
So yeah, overall a brilliant weekend of hockey.
Yeah. So obviously, Romford were unfortunate to not make it to Coventry final, but there's still stuff to talk about. So Harry, who would you like on our squad to see return next season?
Off how many am I allowed?
I'll give you three. Go on. Three
Three.
players.
I think we should go one D man, one forward, one import. Yeah.
Go on then. Or goalie. You can even go goalie if you want.
Oh yeah, goalie is a shout. In fact, that's probably more realistic.
Yeah, yeah,
With imports always being a bit of a turbulent topic.
yeah,
So the goalkeeper that I'd most like to keep, definitely Brad Winterbank.
yeah,
The guy is phenomenal. I
yeah,
think if he had more ice time, he definitely would be probably. I think he's got definitely the potential to be one of the best keepers in the league, especially as he's not afraid to get physical when someone's in the crease. He's the first person to just absolutely go for him, and he's
yeah.
a brilliant keeper to watch.
Yeah. I think it was a bit of an unfortunate season for him, really, because obviously getting injured quite early on and being out for most of the season, but then coming back afterwards and having such a dominant performance is something that won't go unnoticed. And I think when he does play, he's nothing short of great, and I think he is definitely a strong force between the pipes.
So for my forwards that I'd like to keep, um, probably TJ Anderson. He's definitely one of the best forwards that we have. I mean, he's always putting up points, and I'm pretty sure from last night, he was the runner-up for forward of the year.
Yeah, him and Brandon Ailiff.
Him and Brandon Ailiff,
Yeah,
absolutely phenomenal forwards.
Yeah, obviously Adam Lasham took the title, but yeah.
And for my defenseman, I think you could probably guess. Um, if I could keep any defenseman, it'd be Jack Cooper, because he's just what a guy. He's played 10 seasons for the Raiders, and he's such a good defenseman.
Fair enough. Fair enough.
I mean, Jack, let's make it 15.
Make it 50. Fair enough. Fair enough.
He's got records to beat, Brody, because he's currently third most appearances for the Raiders.
Fair enough. Yeah.
So yeah, I think he must want to beat it, and I think he definitely could.
Yeah.
And it's pretty phenomenal to be in the same league for 10 years and still be putting up a massive performance every week.
Yeah. Yeah. Definitely.
So Brody, what about your three?
So I'm going to start off with my defenseman actually, because I would like to say, in the wise words of TJ and Marco, I'd like to say Elliot Dewey, but I'm gonna, for defenseman, I'm gonna go for Tom Ralph, because overall this season I think he has stood out the most to me through just great performances and consistency through the season. So yeah, and then if we're talking forwards, I'm gonna go Koi Prevo. Obviously, one of the he counts as an import and a forward, but Koi Prevo is obviously I'm a family sponsor, sponsor him, and he's just he's a great person. So yeah, but apart from that, I think you got, who else could you could have? I'm gonna go for another forward. We're gonna go with probably Brendan Caps, because he is, for the Bucks, he's incredible for his age. He is incredible. So yeah, definitely him.
Yeah, Brady Couts is definitely one of the best young players in the league. I mean, the Raiders awards presentation evening, he was picking them up.
Yeah.
Probably needed a suitcase to take all of his awards home. And
Exactly.
well done to him. I mean, he definitely deserves it.
Yeah, definitely.
I know it's more than three, but Brody, who out of all the netminders we've had this season, I think we've had quite a few.
We have, yeah.
Who would you like to keep for next season?
I'm going to go for a controversial one. I'm actually going to go for Matt Smittle. Because when he has come in and when we've needed him, obviously he's injured right now, which is unfortunate. But when he has come in and when he has performed, I've loved the way he plays. He's quite tall as well, which is quite helpful. And yeah, so I'm going to go Matt Smittle. And then yeah, I think that Matt Smith, maybe even Brad Winderbank as well is another big one to keep, because he because of his performances as well. So that, I feel like if we had them two lined up for next season, it'd make a really good team.
100%. But smoothly moving on. I do believe the first rumor in your rumor round is about a netminder. So I'll let you get started with your rumor round.
Welcome to Rumor Round. No, we're not going to do that. Cut that bit.
I'm not cutting that bit. That's funny.
No, but but yeah. So talking of netminders to Raiders, God, that was quite a good transition there. Rumors come up on the NIHL Hockey Rumours page that Adam Long is coming from Guildford to Romford. Now, obviously, when hockey fans hear rumours, they try to make sure they can find out as much as they can. And yesterday, we found that he has said goodbye to Guildford for now, which could indicate something. I don't really know if it's going to indicate he's coming here, but if he was to come to Raiders, his brother plays for the Buccaneers, obviously, so that's a good connection there. He has played for us before, so yeah. If he were to come in with elite league experience, he's played elite league, and the games he has played, he has won, I believe. So yeah, I think to have him in a line, even if we had three netminders, which I wouldn't really see our team doing, but if we were to have three netminders, him, Brad, and Matt would be the biggest. It would be the best trio of gold leads I think ever. So
See, I think in our league having three netminders is a bit of a difficult situation because it's hard to give them like an equal amount of ice
ice
time
time, yeah,
because at the end of the day there's only like what 52, 54 games
yeah.
in a season. So
Yeah, usually when you have two netminders, you can divvy half and half through the season. If one wants to play a bit more, one wants to play a bit less, it just do it like that. But with three, you've then got to split into three equal bits, and it's just a bit more of a bit more work to do. But yeah, so
but yeah, I think that's definitely an interesting rumor. And
yeah,
like you said about his Instagram post where he was saying goodbye to Guildford. I think it definitely means he's going somewhere, and let's
yeah,
just hope let's hope it's Romford.
yeah, definitely, definitely, yeah. So obviously we've got three rumors every week. So my next rumor, well, not even a rumor. This is actually confirmed. We've got confirmed. Ollie Endicott has signed a contract extension for Leeds for one more season. I think he is. I think he's a good player. To be fair, he gets mentioned quite a lot whenever you watch Leeds play, and obviously he's if he's happy at Leeds, then he's gonna continue. I've seen him. He gets along with quite a few of the players. So yeah, I think that's a. It's not really a surprise. It's not really a surprise for him to get a contract extension with obviously a team like Leeds as well. It's quite good.
I mean, yeah, he's definitely a good player, and he puts up quite a good amount of points, and he's definitely got that chemistry with their existing team. So
Yeah,
I don't think he'll have a hard time fitting into the new team that Leeds decide to build. But I think they're going to be gunning for a lot of extensions because they've got such a solid squad this season, um,
yeah.
which had a lot of key players from last season, if I remember rightly as well. So
I think it did. Yeah,
yeah, I think they're just going to be going for extensions and extensions.
yeah, yeah.
I
So
mean,
yeah.
oh,
So final rumor on the on my list. So Belfast Giant player David Phillips has been rumored to go to Hull Seahawks, and we were questioning at first why is he going to do that, but it's risen why he was born in Hull, so obviously he might want to he might want to go home. He might want to, he might want to see his family. So yeah, I think him going from he's had so much experience at the age of 36, and he's played for so many teams over the years. So for him to go to Hull, maybe even to Hull just to play some good hockey, I think is quite a decent move.
and to be I mean, many people start retiring from professional sports once they start getting towards their 40s, but I think he definitely has some good hockey left in him, and
Yeah,
I think the whole just might be the right team for him because I think I've said this in an episode before. No one really expected them to do much, and then they came, played some good hockey, and they ended up being fourth in the league.
Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah. So,
absolutely incredible stuff from the whole
so,
Seahawks.
there's obviously another good reason to go as well. He's been around the world as well to play hockey as well. So I think he might have even played. If I'm correct, he might have played alongside Koi Privo at some point. I need to see though because I don't know if I'm right or not. Never mind, I am wrong. But yeah, he did play for the same team as Koi Privo.
Just not at the same time, yeah.
Just not at the same time. In New Zealand, no, Australia, sorry, and yeah, and he's been up and down the elite league. You know, he's been Sheffield Steelers, Belfast. He's played in Hull before. He's been to Coventry Blaze. So yeah, he's got a lot of experience about him, and I think if he would go to Hull, and even if he retired from there, I think it would be a great career spent. So yeah.
So yeah, that's it for today's episode. I hope everyone's had a good bank holiday Monday. Because
Yeah,
I think this is set to release Sunday or Monday. So
yeah,
hope it's going well, or I hope it goes well.
yeah. Quick announcement for me. Make sure to stay looking at our Instagram page because we've got a few things lined up for like during the summer. So yeah, I think we're gonna try and get a lot more people on the podcast as well. So
Yeah,
make sure to keep an eye out for that.
we've got 2 interviews. I'm pretty sure that are confirmed that are going to be quite good.
Yeah,
And we got a few more that are in the works. So definitely stay tuned. And
don't forget to look at our website as well if you need a place to find the episodes.
Yeah, if you need to, if you want to go back on to our old episodes and you can't find them on Spotify, they'll always be on our website.
Yeah.
I had something to say, but I forgot. It's gone out of my mind. Oh, and keep an eye on our Facebook because we're gonna start uploading more on there because not everyone's on Instagram, and we've had to realize that.
Yeah.
But yeah,
I think we've covered all bases with social media, so which is a good thing because if you cover all bases, then you're all good. So yeah.
but yeah, let us know over on Instagram or Facebook who you want to keep next season for your team, and anyone you might want to see on the podcast, Raiders player or not, or maybe even bench staff or team staff. We'll try and get anyone on.
Yeah.
So that's it for today's episode. Thank you for listening.